Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best Garmin watches.
Starting at number 5.
Garmin Venue. Garmin watches aren't just for serious athletes. The Venu 2 Plus is a stylish smartwatch on a par with the best Apple Watch models and Fitbit Versa 4, and it's rugged enough for bike rides, strength workouts, and playtime with the kids. It's also a step up from the Garmin Vivo Active 4 with an AMOLED display and a stainless steel bezel. The Garmin Venue Plus 2 blends the fitness and health tracking features you'd expect from a Garmin device with smartwatch features such as mobile payments, notifications, a touchscreen and storage for up to 650 songs. Unlike other Garmin watches on this list, the Venue 2 Plus also has voice assistant features and on-wrist calls. If you want your smartwatch to act as an extension of your smartphone, this is the Garmin for you. Design. Like nearly all of the Garmins on this list, the watch has buttons as well as a touchscreen for easier navigation with sweaty fingers. 2 of the buttons act as assigned apps or shortcuts. I set mine to the workout menu and my music player, while the lower one is a back button. All 3 buttons open different controls with a long press, like a tool menu or settings.
Coming at number 4.
Garmin Forerunner 965. The Garmin Forerunner 965 is the upgraded version of the Forerunner 955. It's a top-tier running watch, and possibly the best Forerunner we've ever tested. If you're trying to decide between the newer model and the older version, read our Forerunner 955 versus Forerunner 965 face-off here. The Garmin Forerunner 965 has all of the high-tech training features of the Forerunner 955, but one big upgrade, an AMOLED touchscreen. Compared to the likes of the Fenix 7, this bright screen makes it easier to use full color maps on the Forerunner 965. The watch is also equipped with multiband GPS, making it more accurate in areas with notoriously bad GPS reception. Design. The AMOLED screen has a resolution of 454 by 454 pixels. It's extremely bright and easy to see in all weather conditions. Like all of the Garmin watches with touch screens, the screen is automatically disabled during activities, allowing you to start, stop, pause and lap the watch using the buttons. There are 5 buttons in total, 3 on the left and 2 on the right. They are easy to use and press with sweaty fingers or wearing gloves.
At number 3.
Garmin Forerunner 165. The Garmin Forerunner is marketed as a GPS watch for first-time marathon runners, and while it's perfectly well suited for this task thanks to a solid balance of health tracking tech and training features, I've also found it to be the perfect smartwatch for weekend hikes. Lightweight and comfortable to wear for extended periods, the Forerunner 165 boasts a bright AMOLED touchscreen that's highly visible, even in direct sunlight, a 5-button design for easy navigation and accurate GPS tracking. Battery life when using the GPS is good for up to 19 hours, more than enough for even the most challenging day hikes. Plus, the 165 keeps tabs on sleep, recovery, menstrual health, and stress. It can also automatically alert emergency personnel if you fall while out on the trail. The Forerunner 165 shares nearly the same design as the Forerunner 265 with 3 buttons along the left side of the case and 2 on the right. The 1.2-inch AMOLED touchscreen has a resolution of 390 by 390 pixels and is noticeably higher quality than the screen on the Forerunner 55. Water resistance is 50 meters, which is more than enough to survive sweat, splashes and short submersions.
Number 2 of my list.
Garmin Forerunner 55. If you're starting to get into running, chances are you want a device that's a step up from a basic fitness tracker but also won't overwhelm you with too many features. Among Garmin watches, the Forerunner 55 is a clear choice. It's a simple, easy-to-use running watch that'll help you keep an eye on your running stats, heart rate and sleep from your wrist. The watch doesn't have some of the high-end training features you'll see in other watches on this list. There's no training readiness score, for example, and the watch doesn't let you listen to music or pay for groceries from your wrist, but don't let this put you off. Design. The Forerunner 55 looks like most of the other Forerunners in the Garmin collection. It doesn't have a touchscreen, so you'll need to navigate around the watch using the buttons, 3 on the left and 2 on the right. The watch only comes in one size and has a 1-inch MIP display, with a resolution of 208 by 208 pixels. However, even on the sunniest days, we could see the Forerunner 55's transflective MIP display without an issue. But, if you're worried, consider the Garmin Forerunner 165 instead.
And number 1.
Garmin Forerunner 265. The Garmin Forerunner 265 is Garmin's latest mid-level running watch, replacing the Forerunner 255. Check out our Forerunner 255 versus Forerunner 265 face-off here if you're struggling to decide between the two watches. The main change Garmin made to the watch was the screen, which is now a wonderfully bright AMOLED touchscreen. The Forerunner 265 comes in two different sizes. The Forerunner 265 has a 1.3-inch display, with a resolution of 416 by 416 pixels, and the Forerunner 265S has a 1.1-inch display, with a resolution of 360 by 360 pixels. During testing, we were blown away by how bright this little watch was, even in direct sunlight. This is an excellent watch for most runners. It's got a lot of the training tools of the more expensive watches on the market, yet it's far more affordable than the likes of the Phoenix, or the Forerunner 955/965. The bright touchscreen also makes it feel more like a smartwatch if you're planning on wearing your Garmin 24/7. Design: like all of Garmin's touchscreen watches, the touchscreen is automatically disabled in sports modes, meaning you can still navigate around the watch using the buttons 3 on the left and 2 on the right. This makes it easier to start, stop, pause, or lap the watch with sweaty fingers, or when wearing gloves.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.